call. We appreciate you. And I just saw the matter will be today. Tomorrow, I make we decide. We get matter. We will quickly decide tomorrow.
And for those of you who want to try, Mona enter as the sports show they come, we can still try because they get this loss till they go on, and we say God will bless the donor and the wife.
And they say make we not make sure any
anonymous.
The money going all the long they go. Alright, I now come out.
Oxygen mix.
Baby girl, I wanna love you like nobody else ever did. I want to be the only one you wanna talk to, the one you call your buddy. Girl, I wanna be that guy, only one that you want to see. Give me special type of love, special type of loving when you never ever see. No, no, no. Fine girl, rotate. You're beautiful, make you showcase. You be high class, no below it. We follow you anywhere where you go. And me, I never see your type of girl way do me like you do. No be game, I dey play, no be shooby dooby doo. Oh girl, I'm so into you. Nothing when no bag of you to do. Fine girl, where you come from? Where you come from? I swear me one know. Bad girl, where you come from? Where you come from? I swear me one know. Fine girl, where you come from? Where you come from? I swear me one know. Anywhere that you go, my baby, I swear me one I wanna love you like nobody else ever did. I want to be the only one you wanna talk to, the one you call your buddy. Girl, I wanna be that guy, only one that you want to see. Give me special type of love, special type of loving when you never ever see. No, no, no. She be bad girl and she know. You can tell from the way that she wind up. On the dance floor, my baby girl, she gon' show. Yeah, she gon' show. Yeah, she gon' show it. 'Cause I need your love, and I can't get enough of it. Yeah. Fine girl, where you come from? Where you come from? I swear me one know. Bad girl, where you come from? Where you come from? I swear me one know. Fine girl, where you come from? Where you come from? I swear me one know. Anywhere that you go, my baby, I swear me I wanna love you like nobody else ever did. I want to be the only one you wanna talk to, the one you call your buddy.
92.7 KUFM.
Show it's the after party then. After the party it's the hotel lobby then. After the Belvy then it's probably Chris. And after the original it's probably this. Yes, my bedside, Fiesta. Remix with the homie from the Midwest side. Game recognized, game new too.
Come on. I got money, then you feel it. And if you're rolling on them things, then you feel it. If you're drunk off in the club, then you feel it. If you're some money making dog, then you feel it. No suit, then you feel it. And if your hands is in the air, you got to feel it. If you're sipping on some Chris, you got to feel it. And if you're throwing up the you got to feel it. Fiesta, 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 track masters, fiesta, fiesta.
We promise you in the morning that we will be back this evening to give you another edition of Sports Fiesta. And here we are to fulfill that promise. And some of the things we will be looking at on this edition of Sports Fiesta are Barcelona. For the first time ever, they are going to be having a sponsor for the Nou Camp. That is their home ground. You recall that for many years, Barcelona did not have any sponsor for their shirt. Instead, they were doing it for charity regarding UNICEF until I think it was 2010 when Qatar Foundation became their shirt sponsor. So for the Nou Camp, it has always been known as the Camp Nou since 1957. That was when they opened it officially. But we hear that from the 2020-2021 season, Barcelona are going to they are going to find a sponsor for the Camp Nou. That is their home ground. Tom Brady is arguably the greatest player to ever feature in the NFL. That's the National Football League, American football, if you like. He is a huge celebrity in the United States of America. But he was asked today to leave a park in Tampa, which was closed because of the coronavirus pandemic. But he went there and he was training, and a lady officer came and politely told him, Mister, you cannot train here because it has been closed. Welcome to the show. My name is Sali Ibrahim. They call me the Sports Ibracadabra. Sanofi Francis, the Sports Berlusconi, is also here. We'll try and do less of the stories today, this evening, so that we can fulfill the other slots that's left for the giveaway, talking about what somebody who prefers to remain anonymous, what he has done to try and ease some of the suffering in terms of this coronavirus pandemic, the lockdown and everything. Look, my 3 lines are blinking. I'm not taking calls. Just said, guys, please hold on. Don't just keep calling. Wait. I will tell you when it is time for us to take calls. All right, Francis, welcome to the show. Barcelona, they are going to give a sponsor naming rights to the Camp Nou for the first time, and they said they are going to donate all the revenue to fighting the coronavirus. Barca Stadium, which is known as Camp Nou in Catalan, has never had another name since its opening in 1995. The La Liga champions, they have given the title rights to the Barca Foundation, who will find a sponsor for 2020-2021.
Yeah, I think with all hands on deck, that's the way we can fight this pandemic. Like you rightly said, we've seen Etihad at some point. It was not forgotten the main road. Yeah, changed to Etihad, like you pointed out, Newcastle. Sport Director Arena, St. James's Park.
That's Sport Director Arena, just did not stick. So they still call it St. James's Park.
But for Camp Nou, a few others, that's always been that particular name. But they are not doing this because they are broke or they cannot continue to use the name. But this is done because they want to raise money to fight COVID-19, and that's one way to go. And with what they are doing, Barca is one of the best football clubs in the world. A lot of people will apply, a lot of companies will apply for their names to be used as that. Obviously, they will do their investigation and properly get a reputable organization or any person, it could be a private individual that is buoyant enough to do that their names will be out there or their name will be out there. And all the revenue, this is what they've said. And this is one thing I love about these big clubs. I hope we also emulate them. They've told you that 1 naira, won't come to their pocket. They are not going to hold it and say, this is our interest, we're giving half. Everything is going to help in fighting this battle. I hope others will also borrow relief from that. Chelsea Football Club, Real Madrid, Man United will do that, not because they are broke, they cannot continue with their name, but to help the effects. It's not just the treatment they are paying for, but these free giveaways, research and all that. When the government have enough in abundance they can decide to say, we are not giving to the government. We want to pay this pharmacist who is very good in researching for drugs. Since you say you don't have money, this is the money. Do your research, do ensure you're able to produce a vaccine in the next few months for COVID-19. I think it's fantastic, brilliant from Barcelona. Congratulations to them.
Well, Barca have a slogan, more than a club, and that it's really it's embedded in the philosophy of Barcelona. It's more than just a football club. They represent the Catalan region. They see the club as their poster phase, if you like. That is the most important thing in the whole of the Catalan region. It is the headquarters, the capital of Catalonia, and so whatever they do there goes a long way. So they say the revenue that they will get from selling the naming rights will be used to fund research projects and the worldwide fight against the coronavirus pandemic. Unfortunately, Spain is one of only 4 countries in the world to have had more than 20,000 coronavirus deaths. More than 20,000 people have died in Spain. I think the United States is another
40 something.
Even the highest right now. So this is the situation. But I'm just wondering if even if they rename it, I mean, will we ever call it anything other than Camp Nou?
It will be difficult. It will be difficult. At some point when the St. Jesus Park you made mention of earlier, I was confused at the beginning. Sometimes it comes to me, Sports Direct Arena, but most times when I was on air, I will always call it St. Jesus Park until, my producer will tell me it's so direct and I call it this way. But I think it's going to take...
It never stopped. Even today, it's back to St. Jesus Park.
I think it's for a while. It's going to be for a while. It's going to be difficult for people to say it as whoever, for instance, Sanofi Francis Stadium, for instance. It's going to be difficult for anybody to call that. It's going to be Camp Nou to the fans. It's going to be Camp Nou to sportsmen and women who are on the side of punditry. It's going to be Camp Nou to the players. It's going to be Camp Nou to Bartomeu, who is currently the president of Barcelona. It will be difficult for them. People will understand that legally it's this particular company because of what they've done now, or they are intending to do now to ensure that they raise money. It belongs to the company, but it will be difficult for an average person to just metamorphose once and just start calling it whoever gets to own the right, but it's going to be difficult.
All right, let's leave football now and go to another kind of football, American football. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, their new quarterback, Tom Brady, he was asked to leave a park in Tampa that is closed because of the coronavirus pandemic. Tom Brady, who has won the Super Bowl more time than any other person, he's won it 6 times. He joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in March after 20 years with the New England Patriots. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor said the quarterback, who is 42 years old, was seen during a routine patrol of the park in Florida. So a staff member saw an individual walking out in one of the downtown parks, and so she went over and told him, please, this park is closed, so you cannot be training here. So later they released a statement that said, sorry, Tom Brady, our Tampa Parks and Recreation team can't wait to welcome you and our entire community back with even bigger smiles. Until then, stay safe and stay home as much as you can to help flatten the curve. So it doesn't matter that he is Tom Brady. It doesn't matter the reputation that he has. Yes, they love him. They want to see him play for their hometown club, but there is a ban on the park right now, so you are not supposed to be there in the first place. Even though he was alone, even though he wasn't in a crowd, but because it is closed, it is closed. You cannot be there no matter who you are.
The law is the law. You can't bend it because of one particular person. He hasn't really, so to speak, committed any crime. That's why he's not in handcuffs. They told him to go home. But there's a directive right now upon the entire world. You don't go out right now. Except you are on essential duties like the security agencies and media men, doctors and all nurses. They are the ones that are going out now. We, for the information, our doctors writing there to fight this coronavirus, the security agencies to ensure law and order is in place, to ensure that everything is done very well. So I think it doesn't matter who you are, how important you are right now. You cannot go out and really start training. It's wrong. And thank God now there's no bigger person as far as sport is concerned in the United States of America right now than Tom Brady, who have won more Super Bowl than so many who played and are still playing right now. So I hope that others will learn. I know you are eager. It's difficult to stay at home. Now imagine a country where they have constant lights, they have constant internet, and the government is even trying to cushion the effect on them what this COVID-19 in terms of staying at home will have on them. yet most of them are talking about mental health, most of them are talking about depression already, most of them are talking about how tired it is to stay at home. Just compare that to Nigeria, for instance, where most parts you don't even have light, you're just there staying at home. I understand how difficult it is out there, guys. Trust me, we do understand. But for the sake of humanity, let's just stay at home. Let's obey the directives of our government and ensure that we all together, by staying at home, will fight this virus. Tom Brady, for us, Danny at KFM, sorry. I know you want to walk out. I know you want to get back to the pitch and do something that you love so much. I know you want the fans to watch you. I know you want to do something with your new club. But this time is not the time to do all that. This time is to stay safe and stay at home. It's sad, but this is the reality right now.
All right, let's move on to boxing. The biggest promoters in boxing, they must bury their rivalries and work together to ensure fans are not financially hit when the sport squeezes a barrage of shows into the second half of 2020. This is coming from 5 Live boxing experts. They say that the fight business is going to suffer, and we know that it has ground to a halt across the world in the face of the coronavirus pandemic, and boxing is suspended in the UK until at least the end of May. But a note of warning from boxing chief last week pointed to the fact that the sports might not be able to start coming back as swiftly as some may hope, given the reliance on emergency service at a time where the NHS is under immense pressure. This means that, boxing, once there is a fight, a boxer or two, depending on how many fights you have that night, might need intensive care at the hospital. So whenever there is a fight, whenever it is fight night, medical personnel are usually very busy on that day. So now, especially in the United Kingdom, the NHS, that's the National Health Service, is stretched thin. They've got so many things that they are coping with, battling the coronavirus. So if you now have a boxing bout and a boxer requires intensive care, and you rush the person to the hospital, all the doctors are engaged, you are going to be adding more strain on that. So we do not know when boxing will, even if they are flattening the curve and we are not getting more infections, but because the doctors are still engaged with the active cases, there is a problem. So they are saying even if the whole thing is over, boxing might not return immediately.
True. I think that they are one of the few sports that I think will return immediately. You won't find that kind of critical situations most times when you're having a game of a cricket or football. It's very rare for you to see players just get to have this serious...
football, you could have that. Football too. Even in the UK, they said it would not be really responsible for football to, even if they are going to do it behind closed doors, because of the injuries that they could sustain, and you have to rush them to the hospital. The player could have a broken leg, and you need to rush the person to the hospital.
But it's not. You could go an entire weekend.
I understand.
You can go an entire, but in boxing, you cannot go an entire fight night without
somebody needing.
So I think I also say same about rugby because of how cumbersome it is as well. So I understand, like I said, I understand the need for these games to come back, for at least for the world to feel some sense of normalcy. Okay, at least you get to watch sport, even if you're not there live. You get to watch your team, like Chelsea play football now, or you get to watch your team if you're a rugby fan or AG5. But for the sake of humanity, for the sake of the health workers globally, I think all these games that are more dangerous, that you could have people go to hospital like boxing, they should relax them for this here. AJ wants to defend his fight, hence he's getting on the Twitter, on Instagram, saying stuff. Tyson Fury wants to get back to the ring. Do you think why that is so hungry right now, hungry and angry for the WBC? He wants to get back to the ring and see if he can get the title back. But the truth is, you cannot have it right now. And what's a boxing bout without the fans? You could play football, you could play cricket, you could play rugby, even the American football. But without the fans, you're just as if it's just
in the WWE right now. So maybe boxing can also do that.
You know, normally the WWE is scripted,
but
it's boring.
They need to feed off the excitement generated by the fans. So if you could have a wrestling match without the fans, then I believe that you could also have a boxing match without the fans.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, it's going to cost a whole lot. It means that a fight, for a boxer is supposed to go home with close, let's say for instance, you're going to go home with 10 million pounds.
Yeah,
it means that you take close to 50,000 pounds and just go home.
Boxers are not on salaries.
True.
This was not something that Ronda Rousey revealed recently when she was criticizing the fans of the WWE. But she said one thing she likes about WWE, which is much better than the boxing, real fight, UFC, where she's coming from. UFC, of course, is real, it's not scripted. And she said in the WWE, the wrestlers are on salary.
True.
Yes. So paid. It doesn't, even if you are injured, you are paid. You sign a contract and they tell you this is how much you collect every month. So they pay you. Whether you are injured, whether you do not work or not, it doesn't concern anybody. They will pay you your full salaries. And of course, they are on the road. They are working about 290 something days in a year, from 364 days. So because of that, they get salaries. But in the UFC, she said, it's only when you fight that you get paid. Nobody's going to pay you any salary. Same thing with boxing. They are not on salary. It is
from the earnings.
Yeah, what they get. So of course, the promoters will have to factor in the gate takings, how much they can generate from fans coming into the venues, how much they can generate from pay-per-view and all that. But the WWE, since they are not even, they don't need the earnings from the gate takings to pay their staff's salary, the staff now being the wrestlers. And that's what Ronda said, that these guys are employees. They are treated like employees. So the WBC does not treat Deontay Wilder and the others as employees. They don't treat Anthony Joshua as employees. They are just fighters, and once it is time to make a big deal, then they do. But of course, a boxer can have one fight and earn 50 million pounds. True. But a wrestler, it's the contract that he signs in a year. The contract could be 20 million pounds in the entire year. But you, the boxer, collecting that 50 million, you might not fight more than once in a year.
Yeah, and it depends on the kind of boxer.
Yeah, of course.
You have to be in that level.
Of course, I'm just saying 50 million. Of course.
What about the undercards?
Most of them, they don't even end up to $1 million per fight.
Yeah, so I understand why people are also calling for the promoters to work together. Because it might happen that what we are talking about will definitely be the next case scenario, the fight without the fans.
All right, guys, we are going on a break. We'll be back shortly. Please do not score. This line, the 3 lines have been blinking non-stop. Please just hang on. I'll tell you when to call.
My people, make una open our ears wide. Because of this coronavirus wahala, government don't say make everybody sit down for house. Coronavirus now bad disease wey don kill many people. But no cause for alarm. Just do wetin government talk. Always wash your hands with soap. Cover your mouth and nose if you want cough and sneeze. No near anybody. Remember, say all markets and shops remain closed except medicine stores and shop for essential things. Government don open food market for primary schools for every corner. You fit waka go there, but government say anybody wey wan comot for house must wear face mask. Remember, say if you see as your cough and sneeze be, or say your body dey hot, or you no fit breathe well, go see doctor or call this toll-free number 0800-123-5111 or 0800-220-0110. On our way just come from abroad, show yourself to government now, make them help you. My people, shine your eyes and sit down for house. Coronavirus no fit come meet you for your house. Lagos State government bring on this message.
Maggi Nigeria content, wey sweet and porridge wey make it sense. When you want to cook for family and friends, no be money cause I'm not about taking time or try Maggi Nigeria pot for that delicious bottom pot. Nigeria pot, delicious bottom pot. Maggi Nigeria pot, delicious bottom pot.
New Maggi Nigeria pot, made from natural smoked fish, stockfish, crayfish.
With Maggi, cook the difference.
All
all the programs on KU 92.7 are now open for sponsorship and advert placements. For sponsorship and advert placements, call now for inquiries 070-380-50243 or 080-8877-3644 or visit KUFM Marketing Office located at the top floor of the Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, Benin City, Edo State. 92.7 KUFM is your business growth partner.
And after the original was probably this. Yes, Fiesta, remix with the homie from the Midwest side. Game recognized, game new too.
Come on. Cash money, then you feel it. And if you rolling on them things, then you feel it. If you're drunk off in the club, then you feel it. If you're some money making dog, then you feel it. No suit, then you feel it. And if your hands is in the air, you got to feel it. If you're sipping on some fish, you got to feel it. And if you're throwing up the you got to feel it. Fiesta, 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 fiesta.
All right, it's still Sports Fiesta and it is live on 92.7 KFM Benin City with me, Sally Ibrahim, the Sports Ibracadabra, and Sanofe Francis, the Sports Berlusconi. Okay, we're going to rugby now. We understand that the Fiji Rugby Union, FRU, has stood down its chairman from the World Rugby Council amid accusations of homophobia and discrimination. Of course, homophobia is when you discriminate against people who are homosexuals. Okay, Francis Kane, he was convicted of manslaughter in 2007. He is under investigation by the World Rugby after the Sunday Times revealed this claim. So he's been under intense pressure. Now his country's rugby union have stood him down from the position that he was going to go for. He bid for the World Rugby Executive Committee. His bid for the World Rugby Executive Committee has been withdrawn. The FRU is backing Sir Bill Demott. He's the incumbent chairman and he wants to continue as chairman. So right now the Fiji Rugby Union, they have withdrawn support for their own chairman and they are backing the incumbent to continue because the guy who is the chairman, Francis Kane, has homophobia and discrimination charges against him.
Yeah, and these things are very important. If you are living in particularly this developed world, and you're going for office, even if you're in Africa, you're going for any public office, you have to look for a way to carry everybody along. You cannot say, for instance, that I believe in A, I don't believe in B. But in that country or the association or the sport you want to rule, you have both who believe in A and believe in B working there. You have to look for a way to marry everybody together. I have my beliefs. I have what I know I can do and what I don't like. And I cannot try to impose my beliefs on you, but I can teach you my belief. Teaching you does not mean that I'm forcing you, but I'll teach you and let you understand that this is what I believe and is working for me. I want you to also try it. It's not left for you to use those beliefs that I have taught you to work or not. So I think sometimes we have to be guided and what we do. We know in Nigeria, for instance, homosexuals not allowed here. It's a law. So I can go out and say it's my belief and I'm a Christian, this is what I believe and I don't think it's right. And thank God for the laws of the land. They've told us that if you are caught doing it, it's 14 years. They don't want it. So I can do that. But if I relocate one day...
or the moment you aspire to be president of World Football Governing Body, FIFA, you have got to be careful because...
It's my belief. It's something I don't want. Sometimes I'll preach that this is my belief, but I will have to be very, very careful. See, I have always told people this, that if you're a Christian and you want to follow it to the letter, then you need to read your Bible properly. Jesus Christ said, I did not come for the believers, but I came for the unbelievers to change them. I've seen churches where when the pastor errs, they want the pastor to go through rebuilding process again, okay? But the way they will push the pastor away is as if the pastor should get out of the church. I'm of the belief, let the pastor go through the rebuilding process again, but draw him closer to understand God.
All right, that is what's happening in rugby. The Fiji rugby chairman, Francis King, has been made to stand down from the World Rugby Council. Okay, guys, you can start calling now. 070.
Relax.
I don't know whether they will be saying, Ibrahim, shut up and take off. Okay, call us on 070-626-39275 or 090-3939-4427. You can also reach us on 081-2178-9154. Now, we gave 2 lucky callers in the morning, so we are doing 8 this evening. As we have said, look, this thing is for those that are the most vulnerable in society. That is the wish of the person who asks us to do this. Okay, so please let us try and ensure that it gets to those people. If you know you can afford it, please don't call. You can, however, call. You might have a physically challenged person in your environment and you want to help get this for him. You can do that. We will accept that. Or you can. There could be a widow whom you know she can't take care of herself. You can call on her behalf and we'll register the name. And tomorrow they will come here by 12 p.m. To get their food items. Okay. So this was done by somebody who. He and his wife, they celebrate their birthday in April, so we want to they asked us to give 10,000 naira worth of food items to 100 persons. That's 1 million naira worth of food items. Last week he did another 400,000 naira worth of food items, which we were able to give to 42 persons. Okay, so here we go. You can call and you can contribute on the show, and you can also call just to. Nobody wants to contribute on the show.
Just do the straight.
Let's do this. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Ngozi Weledi.
Ngozi.
Weledi.
Ngozi Weledi.
Yes, IWE.
IWE.
NUE.
NUE.
GIM.
GIN.
Yes, sir.
GIM.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Ngozi Iwenu.
Yes.
Okay. Where they call us from?
I be calling for Agbo Park Road.
Agbo Park.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want to take part of the food items?
Yes, sir. Beg. I do with my old mother for us. I not get food again. I beg. My mother do with me for us. No food. I do with my mother. I get husband. My husband also pay us because that plenty they do. If they have no money, nothing.
Okay. Just give us your number.
070 171
171
249 12. Yes, sir.
All right, madam, no problem. Tomorrow, we will call the names later before we leave. So tomorrow by 12, make you come.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right,
yes,
thank you. Okay, so 100% will, as I said, we'll be getting this, but of course we will observe social distancing. You've got to, and please wear your mask. Those of you who will qualify, wear your mask when you are coming. Okay, and you have to stay outside and give yourself space. We'll call 20 at a time. So you come in, the food items will be spread out. You go there, pick yours, and walk away. Okay? So you are going to come in 5 batches, 20 at a time, please. So tomorrow, at 12, we'll start doing this. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening,
Lucky from Ekpoma.
Yeah.
No, please. Look, if from Ekpoma, how can you... Okay, you just want to contribute on the show. It's not like you want to win.
I have somebody in Benin now.
Okay, but what do you do, Lucky?
Me, I'm a for now, so I'm not working. So, but you don't me. I want to recommend somebody.
Okay, what's wrong with the person?
What is really wrong with the person, though? But he does not have work. That's which is wife, but he's not working yet. Before this lockdown, we were checking for a job, looking for a job, but he does not have work for now. You cannot recommend that as being low because he's calling for help and all these things. So, for all of the other cannot.
What's the person's
name?
What's the person's name?
Apparently. His name is Martin. His name is Martin.
Martin's what?
Yeah.
Martin's what?
Obiebo.
Can you spell that?
Okay.
Martin, is it Martin Ogiebo or what?
Let me tell you for you now.
Okay, spell Obi, yeah?
Yeah, EBO.
O-B-E-B-O.
O-B-B-I-E-O.
Sorry, take it again. O-B,
O-B-B-I-E-B-O.
O-B-B-I-E.
O-B-B-I-E-B-O.
Are you saying V for victory?
Yeah, V.
Okay.
O-B-B-I-E-B-O.
Okay. O-V-B-I-E-V-O. Okay, E-B-O. Okay. Okay. Where does he live? Wasota.
Yeah.
Okay. What's his number? What is his number?
Okay, 090.
090.
39.
39.
39. 77.
77.
0779.
0779. Yeah. So please, in case this is your own number that you called for us, you've got to give it.
No.
It is his number. You are sure?
Yeah. This is number.
Yeah, because we want to be
sure.
We want to be sure.
I call your show every time now. I told you that I am the only thing you find in the
okay. We remember you. All right. The reason why we are is to be sure. No problem. No, there's absolutely no problem. Even if it is ouchie, no problem. But we cannot be transporting the items to you. Somebody last time got from Ekpoma. He did not tell us he was from Ekpoma. Now he's saying find a way to put the things in a vehicle. So it's a problem. Yeah, so that's why we want people who can come themselves to get it. Okay.
No water. No light, nothing.
All right, thank you. We appeal to the people in Ekpoma. Please also try and do something like this. This is just one individual or one family, and they have been able to reach 142 persons. 142, just one person. So you can imagine if we have 100 people doing the same thing. The government cannot do it all, honestly. No matter how much they give out, you can't reach everybody without the help from the citizens. So please let us try in our own little way. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
My name is Mrs. Ferrari.
Sorry?
My name is Mrs. Ferrari.
What is your full name?
Mrs. Ferrari Lydia.
Osewari.
Osewari. O-S-E-G-H-A-L-E.
O-S-E-G what?
H-A-L-E.
Okay, Osegali.
Yes, sir.
So what's the other name?
Lydia. L-Y-D-I-A.
L-Y? Okay, Lydia.
D-I-A.
Okay,
yes,
Lydia.
sir.
Yeah, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Owerri Road.
From where? From where?
Owerri Road.
Owerri.
Owerri.
Can you spell it, please?
O-H-O-V-E.
Okay, O-H-O-V.
Okay, O-V. Oh,
That's
I
why I
see.
bite my tongue. Okay. Madam, what do? You need this or you are calling on behalf of somebody?
I need it. I'm a primary school teacher.
Look, I don't understand why teachers have been calling.
Private school teacher.
Teachers earn salaries.
For now, we are not earning any salary.
This is supposed to be for the most vulnerable people in the society. I don't think teachers are part of this group.
For me, we are not earning any salary, and I have little baby. Things are very, very difficult now.
I know, but there are.
You're teaching a government school or a private school?
This is private.
Private school. Private school.
It's possible because of the nature of the private school. They could say they are not paying you right now. I understand that.
Okay, let us get your number.
080 769
769
66 337
33 what? 337. Okay. All right. We got it. So we'll make an announcement at the end of the show. Okay. But you see, look, when we say the most vulnerable, there are some people. If you are earning salaries before, I know things are bad.
Yeah.
Things are bad for you and I. It is. Things are bad for you and I. But you can see that there are some people that are worse off than you are.
True.
Yeah. So, but if you are earning salary and maybe temporarily the salary is not coming, but once this whole
lockdown is over,
you are going to get back and you'll be getting your salaries now. You know. But there are some people that even before the lockdown they could not earn anything. So those are the kind of people that we are trying to target. So please, we appeal, if you can manage small, let's those that can't at all, please. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Maxwell. You are Maxwell, sir.
That's why you want to give us something to give us.
I need that the package, sir.
What do you, from your voice you sound like a
big man.
No, I'm the big man for this one now. I'm the interview.
What do you do?
On a plenty I will do for plenty work, but no work for now.
Last time we target painters, bricklayers, helpers, you know.
Yes, the helper always want to do.
This one now for everybody now. More than let other people when no get anything at all. Make them.
I'm not to do. I'm not like it until you get up.
You get family.
Yes, I get family. I get two sons.
Give us your full name. Give us your full name.
Maxwell, you are Maxwell.
Marcel.
Maxwell, you are Maxwell.
Okay, wait, hold on. Maxwell what?
Iyosha.
Iyosha.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, where you call from?
They come from Agawa.
Agawa people be like, I don't plenty for this thing. No? Give us a 090. Oh yeah, now
03
090 67
03.
Okay, I know they hear you.
0906703.
Go on.
9941.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
I'm coming. I'm speaking from Idokpa.
Idokpa.
My name is Alice Ozemile.
Your name is what?
Alice Ozemile.
Alex.
Alice Ozemile.
Okay, Alice in one. Alice Ozemile.
This coronavirus, it keep me for her to Laboga fish and the tell and the fish. I know coffee go.
Madam, market they open now. Even
market not open. I know if go cocoa go down, Oga.
Madam,
I know if make una help me.
And your primary school they open. Oh, okay.
She has to.
No, yeah, I want to buy and I can come for the buy.
Okay,
It's on lockdown. I can get it.
I can come for the buy. The lockdown for people.
Yeah, the buy from there. Give us your number.
Madam, don't die, don't do. Give us your
Okay, my number na 080
Madam, I love the computer. Hold on.
Okay, now.
080 60 31 71 35. So
I get this doctor here. I don't see.
Madam, we don't hear. We don't rest on that. But hold on, make I confirm your number.
Okay, talk to me.
080 60 31 71 35.
Yeah, God bless you, sir.
Okay, God bless you too.
I got no could help me and not die.
Madam, you no go die. Nobody go die.
Okay, I know the water.
So
help me.
So tomorrow, they listen tomorrow by 12 o'clock. Sure, you know where KUFM? KUFM no for
12 o'clock. I will call. There is doctor here.
Okay, no problem.
I will call. Thank you, sir.
All right.
So could help me and not die.
No go die. Hey, God. Say I'm laughing, but I don't know. Ah, God. Hello. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, welcome.
My name is Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky.
I'm a bricklayer. You see this lockdown call.
Lucky, we do for bricklayer. You should say you know be one of those bricklayers when come last time.
No.
We do for bricklayer, helpers, cleaners, painters. We do all this one last time.
I know they among those people. I just because I know they among those. I do that.
Where are you? What be your full name?
I mean, I lock your DJ.
I see one lucky last time. So we take pictures of people when come last time. Oh. So
no, I not take the name. I not do it.
Anybody when come before when they won't come again, we're not gonna let them enter.
Yes. I beg.
Spell the DJ. ODI. Okay, GIO DJ. Okay.
I beg.
Hold on now. Nobody with the help now. Somebody they help. What be your name? What be your where you they call from? Where you they call from?
At the top of the news, like Sapele Road, the news.
Say hey, we say Sapele Road now. Now Benin we say okay. Sapele Road. Give us your number.
080 678.
Sorry?
678.
678.
Yes.
46
138.
138.
I beg.
Oh, God, we don't hear. Thank you. We'll call us again when we finish so that you can call. I think we're going to take one more call before we go for this break. And after that, we are done. Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening and welcome.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, I'm calling from yes.
What's your full name now?
Emmanuel.
That one one name now. What is your full name?
Joseph.
Yeah, Emmanuel Joseph.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a driver.
Driver?
Yes.
No, driver no follow.
No, I want to do for my landlord, not my own.
You want to do for your landlord?
My landlord, yeah.
You want to do for landlady when get house when they collect rent?
The woman I will do, maybe
okay, no be. When they talk of people where no fear for, no now, not be who get house now. I beg. Okay, guys, we are going on this break. We'll be right back.
Maggi Nigeria content, soup and sweet, and porridge will make it sense. When you want to cook for family and friends, no be money cause I'm not about taking time or try Maggi Nigeria pot for that delicious bottom pot. Nigeria pot, delicious bottom pot. Maggi Nigeria pot, delicious bottom pot. Yeah.
New Maggi Nigeria pot, made from natural smoked fish, stockfish, crayfish.
With Maggi, cook the difference.
My people, make una open our ears wide. Because of this coronavirus wahala, government don't say make every everybody sit down for house. Coronavirus na bad disease wey don kill many people, but no cause for alarm. Just do wetin government talk. Always wash your hands with soap. Cover your mouth and nose if you wan cough and sneeze. No near anybody. Remember say all markets and shops remain closed except medicine stores and shop for essential things. Government don open food market for primary schools for every corner. You fit waka go there, but government say anybody wey wan comot for house must wear face mask. Remember say if you see as your cough and sneeze be, or say your body dey hot, or you no fit breathe well, oya go see doctor or call this toll-free number 0800-123-5111 or 0800-220-0110. On our way just come from abroad, show yourself to government now, make them help you. My people, shine your eyes and sit down for house. Coronavirus no fit come meet you for your house. Lagos State government bring on this message.
All right, welcome back. So much to go. We've got 8 already. And please, we want to appeal. We are trying to target the most vulnerable in the society, those that cannot afford it at all. Please, okay? And you guys should stop calling us our young Samuel's phone. I don't know why we didn't call his number. The numbers we called out are 070-6263-9275 or 090-3939-4427 or 081-2178-9154. Don't be calling us our young Samuel or sending him messages. And even if you have my private line, you cannot send, except if you want to help. If you want to send me a message to say, okay, I am giving out 100,000 naira. Exactly. Give it to 10 people. Fine, you can contact me privately. But if you are contacting me privately to say, I need this thing, I will not. It has to be open. It has to be on air. It's not. I'm not the one who's giving it. So we need to show the person that we are transparent about the whole thing, and we'll give equal chance to everybody. Okay. So that's why we are making it open. And please do not send text message. We will not take it. We will not take text message on this. It has to be on air. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Please don't. I don't want to cut you off. That place is noisy. Please move away. I'm trying not to cut you off. I beg.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah. My name is Jerry.
You're too close to your radio. Walk away or turn it down.
I've turned it down, sir.
You have not. Hello?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, it's better now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, I really need your help. That's why I'm calling.
What do you do, Jerry?
I'm returning from Libya, so for some time now since I came back, nothing. This all of a sudden this coronavirus came, so.
I hear you guys are in a scheme now that give you something back.
No, not me, sir. I won't be lying to you as I'm talking right now. I'm sleeping with my tummy on the floor. Seriously, sir. I really need your help, sir.
What's your full name?
My name is Jerry Romoseli.
Jerry Romoseli.
Yes.
Okay, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Agbo Park, sir.
Agbo Park. Give us your number.
090 7390 2459.
2459. Okay. All right. So we've got just one more slot to go. Just one more. Okay. You're not lucky. Hello. Hello. Nobody home. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please. You turn down the audio. Turn down the audio.
Okay. Hello, good evening, sir.
Have you turned it down?
Yes, I've done that.
Okay.
Like, I'm with my aunt now, like, we are really broke. We have not been going to work again since the lockdown, so we are out of food stuff. That's why I'm calling.
You don't work. What were you doing before?
I've been working in Queenstown before, but I've stopped now because of the virus.
Your auntie too doesn't do anything.
No, she does not do anything. Yeah, I'm still my kid's sister.
Give us your full name.
Felix Uso.
Felix what?
Uso.
Esau?
Uso. Felix Uso. U-S-O-H.
Okay. U-S-O-H.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Sapler Road.
Sapler Road. Okay. Give us your number.
080.
080. 00 what?
080.
80.
26.
26.
Yes, 30.
30.
60.
What's the last two?
60.
60. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we're done. We've got the 10 from the sports show. Yeah. So as we said, we're giving out 50, or we've already given out 50. 10 from the breakfast show, 10 from midday show, 20 on Radio Tori, and 10 on the sports. So the people that we were able to get this evening from both the morning and the evening shows. Esther Edosonwa from MMWA. Please, if you know her, she should come tomorrow at 12. Boston Iyere from Urora. Ngozi Iwenugin from Egbo Park. Martins of Biebo from Wasota. Osegali Lydia Ohove. Maxwell Iyoha Aduawa. Alice Ozamere from Idopa. Lucky Odigie, Sapele Road. Jerry Eromosele, Agbo Park, and Felix Uso, Sapele Road. Okay, these are the numbers that the people that called us, and they are the ones that are selected. So tomorrow at 12, please be here. Wear your face masks because you will be in public, and the law says you must wear a face mask when appearing in public. And please, you've got to be very orderly. We are going to let you in, but it will be 20 at a time. We can't have 100 people all clustered together. And even when you come, you've got to maintain social distancing at the gate. Let's make it as neat as we can. All right, guys, thank you. We're not taking any more calls. Let's say, Francis, how many text messages can we see?
This already, dear sportist, back to Buffy Jones pandemic accusation. Let's look at it from three assumptions. Firstly, Bonfrey blatantly accepted the sale at with Westerhoff and felt it's time to clear his conscience. Secondly, the deal should have been leaked to him by those involved for certain reasons. And thirdly, he decided to make the accusation because he felt the match was sued because of the way he was lost from Don Wogan. Well, like we read that to you, he has refuted the statement. Good day, sirs. If the EPA are unable to finish the league, they should go and ask LMC how they did. There are 24 teams. This is where England need advice from everything. Okay, thank you. Having a long argument with someone saying Williams sisters were born boys. Please confirm for us with your experience in sport, as I was shocked yesterday. Williams sisters born boys.
Born boys. What was it saying that they are transgender? No, come on. Serena, hi. You know how many men they die for Serena since they're born?
Just Google them, watch them on YouTube.
Serena Williams and Venus Williams, those are 100% pure African queens, man. 100% women. They were not born boys. They've never been boys, and they will never be boys. Serena's even giving birth now. Olympia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good day, sportsmen of KUFM. From what Sunday says, just said, I think media houses should sometimes investigate some publications first before airing such. From Fred from Medical Store Road.
But I'm sure you've heard of, I want to clarify my statements. So somebody could say something. He didn't say it's not like he didn't say it, but he had to just clarify what he meant by the thing that he said.
All right, Dr. Francis, what do you mean? How will you say that Liverpool won't feel like champions if the league ends today? What could have stopped them with 22 or 25 points ahead? I beg you, make we celebrate the trophy like man. This is Anfield. Well, to me, they want to win it on the pitch. They won the 2 games. And
okay, that's our package. We've got to make way for the news break. All right, guys, thank you very much. We really appreciate your calling, and to those whose numbers were taken, those who called us, you can come tomorrow, please, to get the food items, courtesy of a public-spirited Nigerian who prefers not to be named. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 on a fresh edition of Sports Fiesta. I'm Sally Ibrahim. I've been doing this with Sanofe Francis. Please stay tuned for KUFM News Break. Bye-bye.
My people, make una open our ears wide. Because of this coronavirus wahala, government don't say make everybody sit down for house. Coronavirus now bad disease wey don kill many people. But no cause for alarm. Just do wetin government talk. Always wash your hands with soap. Cover your mouth and nose if you want cough and sneeze. No near anybody. Remember, say all markets and shops remain closed except medicine stores and shop for essential things. Government don open food market for primary schools for every corner. You fit waka go there, but government say anybody wey wan comot for house must wear face mask. Remember, say if you see as your cough and sneeze be, or say your body dey hot, or you no fit breathe well, oya go see doctor or call this toll-free number 0800-123-5111 or 0800-220-0110. On our way just come from abroad, show yourself to government now, make them help you. My people, shine your eyes and sit down for house. Coronavirus no fit come meet you for your house. Lagos State government bring on this message.
Maggi Nigeria content, we sweet and porridge we make it sense. When you want to cook for family and friends, no be money cause I'm not about taking time or try Maggi Nigeria pot for that delicious bottom pot. Nigeria pot, delicious bottom pot. Maggi Nigeria pot, delicious bottom pot.
New Maggi Niger pot, made from natural smoked fish, stock fish, crayfish.
With Maggi, cook the difference.
Everybody wants to know more of this and more of that. What is happening around the globe? Me, myself, I want to know. Said you know more, 'cause I got good news for you. The best station is knocking on your door. Just sit back and relax, baby. Just sit back and relax. 'Cause all you have to do is tune into 92.7 KUFM. 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 Tune into 92.7 information. Tune into 92.7 KUFM. Tune into 92.7 KUFM.
92.7 KUFM. Turn on excitement.
92.7 KUFM News. Concise, precise, balanced, unbiased.
We are live from Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM Newsbreak.
The time is 5 p.m. Good evening and welcome to Newsbreak on KU 92.7 FM Benin City. First, the headlines. Nigeria coronavirus cases now stands at 665 as 38 new cases confirmed. Federal government apologizes for violation of social distancing rule during Abba Kyari's burial. Police apprehend 50 persons for curfew violation in Edo. On entertainment, Kunle Afolayan sets August release date for citation. Details of this and more after this break. I'm Benjamin Kadri. Now the news in detail. The COVID-19 case figure in Nigeria now stands at 665, following the confirmation of 38 new cases by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, on Monday night. According to the agency, of the 38 new cases, 23 were discovered in Kano, 5 in Gombe, 3 in Kaduna, 2 in Borno and Abia, while FCT, Sokoto and Ekiti have 1 each. 188 discharge cases and 22 deaths recorded. This brings the total figure at state levels as follows: Lagos 376, FCT 89, Kano 59, Osun 20, Oyo 16, Edo 15, Ogun 12, Kwara 9, Katsina 12, Bauchi 7, Kaduna 9, Akwa Ibom 9, Delta 4, Ekiti 4, Ondo 3, Enugu 2, Rivers 2, Niger 2, Benue 1, Anambra 1, Borno 3, Jigawa 2, Abia 2, Gombe 5, Sokoto 1. Meanwhile, the number of confirmed coronavirus infections around the world has crossed over 2.3 million with more than 170,000 deaths recorded, while over 650,000 people have recovered. The United States death toll has exceeded 42,000 and the number of confirmed cases has surpassed 670,000. Edo State government on Monday announced the discharge of its 7th coronavirus patient. Governor Godwin Obaseki, in a statement, said the patient was the state's index case. The patient, who tested negative twice, was cleared from one of the isolation centers in the state. Governor Obaseki said Edo now has a 50% recovery rate for patients. The government said it has provided life insurance and special allowances for healthcare workers handling coronavirus cases in the state as motivation in the fight against the pandemic. According to Governor Obaseki's special advisor on media and communication strategy, Kruso Osage, Edo was making progress in containing the disease, and the state treats patients in 3 or 4 isolation centers with a capacity of 300 beds and 30 ventilators. No fewer than 50 persons have been arrested by the police for violating the curfew imposed by the Edo State government in its fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. The command's public relations officer, PPRO, DSP Chidi Nwabuzo, disclosed this while briefing newsmen on Tuesday on the command's achievement and the enforcement of the government order. Edo State government had on Sunday imposed a statewide dusk to dawn curfew, which commenced on Monday and was to last from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. daily. According to reports, the violators apprehended within the Benin Metropolis were taken to the mobile court at Uropota for prosecution. At Uropota, the coordinator of the COVID-19 mobile court, Beatrice Imade, said the mobile court had been handling an average of 40 violation cases per day since it was set up. Imade said those convicted are usually given non-custodial sentencing as well as community service and option fine of less than 10,000 naira. The Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 has confirmed that the federal government has apologized for breaching the social distancing rule during the burial of former Chief of Staff to the President, Abba Kyari, on Saturday. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, who chairs the task force, and the National Coordinator of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, Boss Mustafa, tendered the apology during the daily briefing on Monday. Admitting errors on the part of the Presidential Task Force, Mustafa blamed the situation on poor crowd control, assuring it would never happen again as lessons have been learned. KFM News Break continues right after this break. Stay with us.
Ona age na yata mama koyo ona ne coronavirus na wa gbelevu na ege no keke na yaga lue ebe na ya yegbo wa ne boti e toilet roll ra upon ne kere na re mo bo ne boti akati yagunu kebihwe wa ga tolo hwe ege no keke na yaga gbobo ege hia kebe ave lu hand sanitizer aye na bi egbe na mono tolo hwe na san gege de kan we ege na okeke na ga gba oge gboma kebe otemi yoma no sikoma de huna ge ige egbewe me no we ra ọmọ nọọsì kẹwẹ ẹgẹgẹ ráríò wíìsì ìgbè nọọsì kẹwẹ sẹ òsètí ìwé tiẹ ó lábàá náà 08000267662 ra 08009700010 níwèrègbè tiẹ yìí 08000267662 ra 08009700010 ujirege enwe ayahin magbon coronavirus emi na bege ba o KUFM 92.7 oyun na yawewe
that first baby cry in the labor room, and within the first 1 hour of birth, baby should be put to mother's breast. That first yellowish milk, colostrum, is the baby's first immunization and has the right nutrient baby needs to grow healthy, strong, and sharp. Ask the health worker to put your baby to the breast within the first hour. Give only breast milk, no water, no fluid, exclusive breastfeeding. Start strong, zero water for a better future.
This message is from the Federal Ministry of Health, Edo State Government, with support from Alive and Tribe and other partners.
Still in the news, the federal government confirmed that the airlifting of Nigerians stranded abroad will start next week. Foreign Affairs Minister Geoffrey Onyama, who returned home, speaking on the evacuation process, Onyama said they will be brought back in batches of 200 and be made to stay in seclusion for 14 days in isolation centers prepared for returnees. He also explained that the decision to have them return in batches was as a result of insufficient beds at the isolation centers. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, in Jos, Plateau State capital, has been gutted by fire. CBN confirmed the incident in a tweet on Tuesday. The cause of the fire has not been ascertained as at the time of filing this report. This adds to the series of fire outbreaks that have hit key government offices in the country in recent days. On April 8, fire broke out at the Treasury House, a building housing the Accountant General of the Federation's office, exactly a week after there was another fire outbreak at the headquarters of the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, while the Independent National Electoral Commission's office in Abuja was also gutted by fire a few days after. Chief Medical Director of Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, Professor Abdulrahman Sheshe, says hospitals is open only to those referred by the COVID-19 testing center and not to the public. The CMD spoke in reaction to the high turnout of people crowding the hospital seeking to be tested for coronavirus. Professor Sheshe said the procedure of processing samples for testing was through referral by NCDC. He noted that it was not the responsibilities of either a doctor or laboratory scientist in the COVID-19 test center to take the positive patient to any isolation centers. River State government has unsealed the business premises of Kufm Helicopters following apology and commitment to be of good conduct from the company. In a swift compliance to the directive of Governor Nyesom Wike that Kufm Helicopters offices be closed on Wednesday, April 8, The company's office in Rivers was shut down on Thursday, April 9th. The sealing of the office was effected by the chairman of Obiakwo Local Government Council, Solomon Abel Eke. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Rivers State, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, in a statement said Governor Wike approved the reopening of the business premises on Monday. Coming up in a moment, Kunle Afolayan sets August release date for citation. Details after this short break.
First 6 months of a baby's life brings that first smile, that first laugh. For the first 6 months, don't give water. Breast milk has everything baby needs to grow strong and sharp. For the first 6 months, give baby only breast milk. No water, no fluid, no other food. Exclusive breastfeeding. Start strong. Zero water for a better future.
This message is from the Federal Ministry of Health, Edo State Government, with support from Alive and Tribe and other partners.
You're still on to Newsbreak on KU 92.7 FM. On entertainment, renowned filmmaker Kunle Afolayan has announced a prospective release date for his anticipated new feature film, Citation, starring Temi Otedola. Kunle Afolayan's Sex for Grades themed movie Citation is gunning for an August 2020 theatrical release. Afolayan revealed that while the coronavirus pandemic may have affected production, he's excited that his team had concluded principal photography before the coronavirus influenced lockdown. The upcoming movie starring Temi Otedola, Jimmy Jean-Louis, Sadiq Daba, and Gabriel Afolayan will also be available on Netflix before the year runs out, as confirmed by Afolayan, who further revealed that he was already in talks with the American streamer. And lastly, Nollywood actor Yul Edochie has expressed his frustration as people continue to send their account numbers to him, begging for money in the midst of coronavirus lockdown. Edochie took to his Twitter page on Monday to tell people to stop sending him their account numbers, as he also is affected by the lockdown, which had limited his making of money through movies. According to him, some folks were still sending him account numbers after 3 weeks of lockdown. He lamented that it had been 3 weeks since nothing had entered his pocket, as there was no work. Edochie said he did not engage in money ritual and that people should not be deceived by such roles he played in movies because they were not real. He said he was also waiting for the federal government to send alert, as he is broke too. And that's the news. But before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. Nigeria coronavirus cases now stands at 665 as 38 new cases confirmed. Federal government apologizes for violation of social distancing rule during Abba Kyari's burial. Police apprehend 50 persons for curfew violation in Edo. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Meanwhile, coronavirus is real. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water. Stay indoors. Stay safe. KFM News Break was produced by Good News on Ukanjo. I'm Benjamin Kaderi, saying thanks for listening. Good evening.
Everybody wants to know more of this and more of that. What is happening around the globe?
myself, I want to know.